Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Laura, aka PURPLEXEDQT. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And lots of stuff has transpired in the last 10 minutes. So Amanda, I want to thank you for telling me to go to Twitter because I just saw something that I had not seen before. Then I'll check the messages. So let me start by saying support of this channel is very much appreciated. You can do that multiple ways. The easiest way and the free way is just hit that thumbs up. It absolutely helps support the channel. It helps support me. It keeps my channel running and makes... Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name... Sorry about that. And it keeps my channel running. So you just have to hit that thumbs up. Pearl Bubbles, thank you so much for the pillows. Sage says thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad I saw you. I didn't want to forget. I mentioned you on a video, but I wanted to say it in person, so I'm glad you came in. So you can hit that thumbs up. You can... Why is my chat not working? You can... Whoops. You can super chat, which YouTube appreciates, and I also appreciate, and you get less commercials. Or you can Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Most importantly, you can buy a candle, an amazing candle at energycandles.com. And let's begin. Sorry I didn't come on last night. I was redoing all my wires and then I disconnected my internet and I don't know what I did, but I finally got it back on. I sell wax tarts as well. I sell donut wax tarts. I sell regular wax tarts. I sell everything. And if you don't see it, I can make it. And somebody asked me for mahogany teak wood. I'm going to put it on the website. I actually just got it in. All right, so let's get started. I was going to start this live out with the obvious, which is, which was about the Jack-in-the-Box. Because I tried looking at so many different ways, and now I'm kind of second guessing myself, like, was it possible that he did order it? So then I did a little research and I found out that not only could he have ordered it, but there is no Jack-in-the-Box in Moscow. The only one is in Pullman, where he came from. And that Jack-in-the-Box in Moscow is closed, but there is a 24-hour. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is when it first happened, my gut originally told me to listen to your gut, that he probably ordered the Jack-in-the-Box. And I second guessed myself. And I second guessed myself with, well, did he really order it or did he not order it? You have to, oh, all right, there you go. You have to order it. It tells me it's unavailable. So I think you have to order it. Yeah, I mean, you have to click it. Hey, Rhonda. So it just goes back to second guessing yourself. Never second guess yourself. Always go with your gut instinct. Your first instinct is usually always right. So did he order it? I don't know. But yeah, Reddit's telling you different things. Someone said they called to confirm that the drive-thru is 24 hours. Why did he pick Xana? Which goes back to my original thought that Xana was the one that he was targeting to begin with. So I'm just so confused on it, and I don't know. I just don't know. Ellie cleared the driver, but the driver has nothing to do with it. Okay, I called Jack-in-the-Box last night. They closed at 4 a.m. to clean, so the order could have been placed Could have been picked up at 3:45. Well, it was dropped off at 4, wasn't it? I think it was reported by someone credible. The cops talked to, yeah, but the delivery guy has nothing to do with it. It's not like the place called, it's not like you call the delivery guy and say, hey, bring me food. You order it online and the delivery guy just gets notification. He has no idea who ordered it. And I'm not saying that, that Brian picked it up from there and brought it to the house. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that DoorDash picked it up. The driver for DoorDash got notification. I have an Amber, but got notification and made the delivery. See, but Amber, I don't use DoorDash. Way too expensive for me. But the one thing I don't understand, though, and I understand how DoorDash works, but if I wanted to order, okay, I'll give an example. When my ex died, Marissa had sent Dayton a bunch of food. She ordered us food for DoorDash. So she ordered it for me. That doesn't come from my account. Granted, it would come from her account, but anybody can make an account. See, Gray, that's what I said. That's why I changed my mind with it really wasn't there's no way it was Brian. The cops confirmed. And then DoorDash drops it off at the door. My only thought was Brian ordered it so he could get in. So he could get in the house. So he used DoorDash to be able to work his way in the house. That's why he would order DoorDash. But you would understand more how it works. Yeah, I don't use it. But I have gotten food delivered for me. I mean, anybody can go online and as long as you pay for it. Okay, the account has to be verified. There's no way he ordered it. Okay, fair enough. And then I'll go with it. And then people were saying, oh, it was on the kitchen counter. Keister, thank you. You can create a guest account and use a prepaid. But I just think if he ordered it, okay, we'll say a big if. If he ordered it as a way to get in the house. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Patty. That's what I'm thinking. That if he did order it, he ordered it to get in the house. And he used it as a way to get in the house. That's the only thing that I can think of. But other than that, I can't think of another reason why he would have ordered it. But now let's go to point number 2, which I just found. This may be what Tyler's title was, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Hold on. Let me open it. All right. Is it true? I don't know. Anybody can be anybody on the internet. So let's keep that in mind. If it is true, it's interesting. What I was saying is a Pullman Jack in the Box cleans at 4 to 5, so the driver could have picked up the order at 3:45, drove it to the 1122 King Road. What time well, they said it was delivered at 4 o'clock. Whether it was 4:05, 3:59, that I don't know. Okay. So this was posted. I'm posting anonymously because Brian is my family, and you people in this group act like vultures and rabbit raccoons. Brian is innocent, and you will see he has been framed by his drug partner friend, the security guard from the university. They were doing drugs together in the parking lot. as they had done numerous times, but the security guard started acting like a peeping Tom outside the girl's window. Bryan left security guard and drove back to his apartment. The reason the phone was off is because the battery was flat and security guard was using the charger. Bryan put his phone on charge when he left the parking lot, and he switched it back on when he was near to his apartment because that's how long it took to get a charge going. Bryan's knife was in the car, and security guard was holding it because he has used it to chop cocaine lines. Yes, I said cocaine because Bryan stopped heroin years back and substituted the drug with cocaine. He has tried so hard to stop everything, but he's an addict and he has bad migraines, so the cocaine actually helps him. He had no idea security guard was going to do what he did, and he just wanted to teach security guard a lesson by leaving him behind. Bryan actually feels terrible that he left this maniac behind, but it's not his fault. You people need to stop with these singing videos and funny pictures of Bryan, and my dad or we will sue you for everything you have. All of you just get a life and stop playing Facebook detectives because you are just a bunch of bored losers and have no morals. Okay. Now, there are big holes in this story, okay? But I put out there, is there any truth to this? Now, I understand most of this can be debunked fairly easily. One, you wouldn't use a wavy knife to cut a line. Believe me, I've done plenty of cocaine in my life. Plenty. And you don't normally use a rigid knife to cut lines. But hey, you never know. You never know what somebody is going to use. I mean, most likely you pull out a credit card, but the fact that he's naming a security guard, I also understand why people on Reddit are saying that the prosecution might use the Brady Law. Now, Brady Law says that, I mean, I don't remember the exact law, but in a nutshell, you can't just point the finger at somebody or every single criminal would do it. Okay, Gray. See, Gray, great minds think alike. There we go. And Brady Law states that you just can't point the finger at somebody. You have to have reasons. You have to have a who, what, when, where, why, or how, basically. Hey, Krug's wifey. So the fact that Bryan or someone in Bryan's family or somebody is trying to point the finger. Now remember, like I said, as easy as it is to poke holes in this, hey Anita, as easy as it is to tear this apart, all you need is one person. 1 out of 12 needs to say, well, you know what? Maybe that is true. Maybe someone else did this. If there's an explanation for everything, that's why BK is in jail. I don't disagree with you, Johnny, but I'm just saying all you need is one person, just one juror to say, you know what? There's some reasonable doubt there. That's all they need. Because remember, to convict someone, especially of the death penalty, this is most likely going to be a death penalty case. You have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt and then some. Not just a reasonable doubt and then some in order to convict for death penalty. Like, he's got to come out and say, I did this. I'm proud of my crime. I'm proud of what I did. I thought for a moment that Brady Law was a Wisconsin thing, like a state thing, but it's not. I'm kind of, because I see a lot of people on Reddit discussing it. But I'm just like, wow, it can't be that easy to just point the finger. But it does make sense in the sense of he explained the knife. He explained this. He explained that. He explained this. We need to hear the DNA. Oh, there's a lot we need to hear. But I'm saying that all you need to do is put just a little bit of doubt in one person's mind. One person on that jury. And I don't even know how this is even going to be a fair trial because there's so much evidence. What's my gut say on the trial? It's too early to tell, Rhonda, because I don't know what evidence they have. But I will say this much. I love Emily Baker. I really do. Emily D. Baker, I adore her. I think she's funny. She's classy. She's fun. She's knowledgeable. She's great to watch. I tried watching her yesterday. I can't do it. Not because of her, because she also like reads all the comments and stuff. And I respect her for that because she's got like 20,000 people in her life. But people ask things that I know every answer to. So I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't get through this because it's just all these questions that I already know the answer. So if anyone gets valuable information from her that you may not know, I'd love to hear it. But I can't sit through 1,000 questions that are meaningless. So, but I respect her for it. Surface level. Thank you, Kiki. And like dumb questions. Like, why would people even ask this? Like anybody can answer them. I'm not feeling confident, but I won't feel confident until there's either a confession, there's a murder weapon, there's something. That's why they're waiting 6 months, hoping for spite. That's Betty, that's possibility too. I won't say no. I absolutely will not say no. I think that they're not going to want a speedy trial. They don't want this over with and done with. They want as much possible evidence out there, as much doubt, as much speculation as possible. So mysterious drug addict security guard was able to pull this off with no DNA anywhere. Of course he was, juror. Now, don't forget, also coked out of his mind. He not only did this, but he did this on coke. However, in all fairness, we don't know. I want you to think of something, though. All right? I really want you to think about something. And I am not, this is pure speculation, so don't hold me to it. Yeah, she got a job in Austin. Hey, Sarah. Kaylee had got a job in Austin. So let's just say Brian and anonymous security guard go in the house to kill. Anonymous security guard got in, okay? Tells Brian, give me the knife. Brian opens the knife, the sheath, and gives him the knife. Brian gets scared and drops the sheath. Go, Winston. Brian gets scared and drops the sheath. Brian tells Kaylee, Maddie, whoever, don't worry, I'm going to help you. Tells him this. Now just follow this through, Amber. Because that would make sense. That would make sense since DM heard a male voice say, I am going to help you. So maybe, just maybe, it's okay, I'm going to help you. Which would make sense if there was somebody else. Something happens, he gets scared, he bolts out of the house. The killer, the real killer, quote unquote, eventually leaves. After killing everyone, and takes off with the knife. Takes off with the clothes. Brian wasn't around for the bloody disaster. After the first stabbing, Brian left. If I thought about this theory for more than 10 seconds, I could probably put together a plausible scenario. Meaning, I'm sure the police could put together, I mean, the defense attorneys can put together a plausible scenario that at least two people would be like, wow, that makes sense. It is haunting, but it coincides with somebody else being there. And I know that, hey, K-Rox, I know that sounds crazy, but those words do connect with someone else doing the actual killings. And I think Brian would like people to think he's not dumb enough to leave a sheath. Now, this mysterious security guard, has a security guard left campus? Has there been a security guard that took off anywhere? Has there been a security guard that tested positive for drugs? Something. And I'm not saying that my scenario is plausible. I'm saying it's possible. And again, all you need is one or two jurors. Yes, Mimi, but I'm saying that based on this scenario, you know, taking bits and pieces of this scenario, if he said, oh, give me the knife, and he pulled it out of his sheath, he could have dropped it on the floor and not realized it because, yeah, was someone fired? Someone was fired recently. See, I'd have to look into that. I don't know. But I'm just throwing things out there that if you believe this theory, there's a lot of things that you could say. Now, one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle, hey, True Texan, one of the biggest pieces of this puzzle was their blood in his car. If they find all four victims' blood in his car, he doesn't have a chance. That's it. Done. Finished. Finite. But what if there is no blood in his car? What if there's only one drop of, let's say, Maddie's blood in the car? Then what? Do we give a story like this more credibility? I honestly, Eric, I don't buy this at all. For multiple reasons, like literally multiple reasons. But is it possible that there was somebody else there? Yeah. Is it possible that you just need one person on a jury to believe this? Yeah. You get a smart defense attorney to, you know, make a story that's like way better than my, 5-second off the cuff story. Would a jury believe it? Absolutely. Exactly, Nicole. Was there DNA under fingernails? Like, there's just so much we don't know. Certain things will not be able to be explained away very easily. DNA under all four of their fingernails definitely will not be explained away. Blood, all their blood in the car, definitely not explained away. So all these things are definitely going to make a difference. But I'm just saying, with the evidence that we know right now, I have to find where a campus security person was fired. See, if that's the case, this person who wrote this may know that. All it takes is one juror. That's it. Believe me, there's so much evidence that we need. But also remember, we don't know the cops. Would the cops plant evidence? And I'm going to sound like Mark Aragos here for a second, but maybe the cops will plant evidence. Maybe they'll make sure that it's Brian. We don't know. We just don't know. And again, we don't know what the cops have because they've lied to us the whole way. The whole time they've lied to us. So we don't know. Then you squash the defense story and say he would have called 911. Well, maybe not. Dylan didn't call 911. What makes you think he would call 911? Oh, it definitely happens. There's no doubt it happens. But like I said, everything that the whole story scenario I just gave was just based on this post. But this actual post has 1,000 loopholes in it that you could tear apart. I don't believe this person's family either. I can't stand when people say I'm writing anonymously. Why you gotta write anonymously? If it was my brother, I'd stand proud. This is my brother. My brother's innocent. My brother didn't do this. My kid didn't do this. And I'm here to tell you why. He is a great defeator. Who? Oh, Garagos? Now, someone posted some in Discord about Garagos. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched anything yet. Next door neighbors heard. No, they did hear some stuff, but they're used to parties. So I happen to listen to, and guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I happen to listen to Lawyer You Know for a little while before, and I got to disagree with him on something. And I think he's forgetting something. So I'm going to play what I disagree with, and let me get your thoughts. I get what he's saying, but I disagree with it, and I'll give you my reasons. I wish I can get one of these lawyers on my channel. So hang on, let me find it. Okay. So he was talking about the video of Kaylee and the noise ordinance. Hey, East Coast. I truly don't understand why people are making this bigger than it is. It's a video of a girl in college who throws a lot of parties. I don't get why people are saying it's jaw-dropping video. I just don't get it. It would have been Ken Kratz from Stephen Avery case, and he would already said how the victims died and even what closed it, but he sure would have. All right. So let me pull this. Hold on. All right. All right. It's the one he just did today. I think he's still live, actually. I told him I was going to use a piece of his video.
Yeah, a noise sticker, right? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so he talks about if he has to come back. So he gives a warning. If he has to come back, it's going to be a $300 ticket for a noise ticket, whatever that means. And you should go spend your $300 on beer, whatever. But that threat of more complaints of law enforcement showing up at your house could have absolutely come in to effect when DM decided not to call the cops, right?
That right there is what I completely disagree with. And I'm going to explain why. This happened in August. DM didn't get there until August. She barely even knew these people, if she even knew them at all. We don't know if DM knew them prior to when she moved in, if she was just a sorority sister that happened to move in. Livia Chronicle? No, not at all, Eric. If she just happened to move in, if she knew them, if she didn't know them, if she was just meeting them, how long she knew them, how well she knew them. So I don't agree that any of that played a part of not calling 911. She wasn't not going to call because this was a noise ordinance. The cops don't care about coming back if something scares you or something's wrong. They just don't want the neighbors calling. But to say, that it was too loud of a party. So I do think he's 100% wrong in that. I get why he's saying it, but I completely disagree with it. She just was too new, and she hadn't partied there. She didn't know the parties. So I don't think so. I mean, Betty, that's what I'm saying. I get where he's coming from on it, but I completely disagree. That's all. No, I will never watch Olivia unless, like, I don't know, unless I absolutely have to, but most likely no. Why? What bullshit did she put out now? She went into them. She might not have wanted to call the police. We have to remember the house was always loud. Yeah, but this happened in August. We don't know exactly when she moved in. She may not have even moved in at that point. And it wasn't them that were in trouble for calling the police. It's not like they called one too many times. It was the neighbors. So if someone from inside the house was calling, I mean, granted, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying I disagree. But you never know. We don't know that, Zari. We honestly don't know that. She didn't just go back to bed. She said she was frozen, that she was so afraid that she froze and locked her door. It was bullshit. It was an interview with the family, Kaylee's family. It was good. Oh. I can't deal with Olivia's voice. So, and Olivia and Betty together? No thanks. Can't do it. At the time he walked by her, he was intimidated. And, I don't know if anybody watched, I forgot what channel I was watching. It was either Law and Crime or, no, actually it was Banfield late last night. He really doesn't have bushy eyebrows. Unless he shaved them, not really bushy eyebrows. And while we're on the subject about the cuts on his face, let me tell you this. I'm not saying this is how it went down. But has anyone been in county jail? Has anyone ever gotten a razor from county jail? They are the worst. You can barely cut with them. When I was in county for 30 days, I needed one to shave my legs. I must have cut my leg 30 times because it's such a weak ass razor. So now I'm not saying that's what caused the cuts on his face, but it's very, very possible. So I don't think scratches all this time later would have an effect. I don't think you would still see them. So yeah, that was the first thing I thought of when they were talking about, oh, there are scratches on his face. Yeah, that very well could have been from shaving. And oh, the sheriff said it was from shaving. See? Yeah, that was my first thought. I said that yesterday. I mean, they are really bad. Like, really, really bad. And I noticed that he didn't have any kind of facial scrub, so he had to have shaved. So that's why I believe it was from the razor. He was being rushed. Exactly. And I'm telling you, the razors are horrible. I don't know how guys do their face with them. But I said that yesterday when I saw it. I'm like, I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I could be wrong, but I think that's a razor. Because the razors are horrible. Horrible, horrible. And I'm proud that I know that. Single blade dull, exactly. Johnny, that's what I said too. That's a crime. I'm a leg man. You should have. I know, right? Yeah, that was a time in my and that was a time in my life. It was an experience, but I would do it all again if I had to. I wouldn't call it exclusive exit. The Consalvas family is interviewed with tons of people. I mean, they interview with anyone that asks, basically. Plus, we saw pics of him after the arrest, zero facial scar. I totally agree. I mean, I was hoping maybe it was like a fight in jail. But I haven't heard anyone talk about any other creator that's actually been in jail that knew that. But I haven't watched too many. But yeah. Welcome, new subscriber. Dateline is tonight. There was a 48 hours I watched yesterday that was actually pretty good. I mean, no new info, but yeah. Hey, Panda. I want to straighten something else out too before I go on to the documents. I want to clear something up. Hey, Bobby, a lot of you guys that are in here know me and were here during that live, but I just want to roll back time for the idiots in the back. I never said that I personally wanted to beat up Dylan. That's not what I said. Not even close to what I said. This happened on the very first night that the documents were released, way back when. What I said was, and the whole context of what I said was that if I was her family, if I was Kaylee's dad or Kaylee's sisters, brothers, whatever, and I found out, thank you, True Texan, and I found out that the murderer or whatever, one of the roommates saw the murderer and didn't call 911, and my daughter could have possibly been kept alive, I would go there and beat the fuck out of her. That's what I said. So then tons of people run their mouth, and all of a sudden it got twisted to, now I'm threatening the victims. And then when I say something, then they turn around and say, well, I don't know why she's talking about me. She just wants to be relevant. Bitch, you ran your mouth about me with lies. I respond, and then I'm the wrong one. No, don't run your mouth with lies about me and you won't have this problem. I never even mention you. But if you want to run your mouth in other channels about me, I'm going to respond. And I'm sorry if you don't like the way I respond. That's not my problem. So, but yeah, that's the rumor going around, that I wanted to beat Dylan up. Whoa, never even said anything close to that. It always has to fit their agenda. Exactly, Panda. I don't know why you coming in here reminded me of that, but it just did. So that's why I wanted to get it out. People love to twist stuff, especially my words. And it just ran. Now everybody said it. I was like, oh my God. Anyone in that situation, their first reaction, exactly, Anita. Even the professionals. I mean, I'm not Betty. I don't consider myself a professional, YouTuber. I guess kind of, but like, hello? Really? Every single newscaster, every single reporter was like, why didn't you call 911? Why didn't you call 911? Dylan's still missing, Bobby. We don't have any information. No one normal thinks of punishing a victim. Really? Go tell that to every single parent that lost a child, that walked into court to see their daughter or son's killer there. Ask them what they wanted to do to them. Go ahead, Artful. Go ask them what they wanted to do to them to protect their child. Some have actually killed. Some have actually walked into courtroom with a gun and killed the person that killed their child. So save it. Save your righteous bullshit for another chat. It don't belong here. I could tell you where to go. This is not it. And nothing is off about it. Sorry. If you love your child, you will do anything to protect them. Somebody killed my child, I'm killing them. That's all. Plain and simple. And if I have to go to jail, then so be it. She is living with a family. And speaking of JLR, I want to bring up something I read about him today. which is nonsense. Nonsense. Hold on. I'd be the person that kills the one that hurt my child. Exactly. Artful Dodger, were you dropped on your head as a child? Who said Dylan was a killer? And you call me an idiot? Please show me where I ever said Dylan was a killer. I'll wait. I'll wait. Honestly, Artful, you're too dumb to be in this chat. God. Why are people so stupid? My God. I'm trying to be nicer. It's not working. Oh, JLR. Hold on. I think I saw that. What was that? It was an article. Okay. So it comes back to JLR about a Poshmark from a disgruntled customer, that Maddie had a Poshmark, a disgruntled customer or something. All right, I have a Poshmark account. Nobody can get my messages. How would JLR get Maddie's messages? They're not public unless it was public. Like, I guess maybe if it was on a forum. But exactly, Cowboys. I never said she was a killer. In any capacity. So, was this a public comment, or did he somehow get inside her comments, her mail? That's what I was a little confused on. No, and then Amanda, I got that. But then he said that I called her a killer. That's true, Nicole. But I'm just saying, like, he's saying a Redditor wrote, Maddie Mogan's Poshmark, very disgruntled customer from 10:16 to 10:30. I just found this last night, found it odd, but dismissed it. Probably nothing, but I found it odd how persistent the person got with Maddie over a sweater she had sold to them on Poshmark, but didn't ship or respond to the customer's requests. So I don't know, is this like a public thing? Because anything with Poshmark, any communication is private. That's just where I'm confused. It says, along with the caption, the user shared a YouTube video of JLR, another Poshmaker user, continually asking Madison about the jacket and whether it has been shipped or not. In reply to the same thread, another user speculates and mentions that Brian was continuously spamming her on Poshmark and wondered if it was Brian. Anyone hear anything about this? Because I haven't heard anything about this until like a couple of minutes before I went live. Why would Brian want a girl sweater, though? Are not private under the listing. Okay. New merch. I'm trying. Ellen, that's good. I do have to do my merch, but that's good. I'm trying to be nice. It's not working. Like, after you make a sale, can you leave a... I guess you can. I don't know. Any Poshmark that I've ever sold, everything was done privately. You know, like Poshmark says this person bought it, and I don't know. I haven't used it that much, so... I heard about it briefly in the beginning, but then nothing. I don't know. Oh, you do see comments. I've never had a private chat. Oh, that's interesting then. All right. Notice though, today is 1/1/3. I went live at 3:30. 333. All right, let's get to the documents. Originally, it was under the public posting. Okay. I mean, honestly, though, I don't get why, like, that's not something I would ever bother to look up. I don't see the point of it, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I just don't see the point in that. I think a lot of this is just wasted time, wasted resources. Like, who cares? She had a Poshmark and she had a disgruntled customer. I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't have 2,000 people in here. Could be. Where'd homie go? Oh no, I'm missing him. Oh, hold on, I gotta get back to a lawyer you know. I had it like bookmarked and everything. All right. Boop, boop. All right. Come on, Winston, stop. Stop. Come here. All right. So, all right, I'm going to go through the discovery. Now, understand, this is the defense's discovery. This is the defense trying to get as much information from the prosecutor that they can get to understand what they have in the case. So remember, this is the defense asking for it, not the prosecution. I'm going to X him out because we're not listening to him. I'm just using his paperwork. Although he is cute to look at. All right, to the prosecuting attorney. Now, understand something too. His lawyer, Brian's lawyer, is not your standard public defender. She is like for real. She is seriously, like for real. Google is watching. I will talk slowly for you so you understand, okay? I understand I gotta talk slowly for you. So I'm sorry to everybody else. Let me address the slow people in the back. The whole thing that I was saying, okay, was in defense of something that was twisted. And I had to explain why I said what I said and in the context that I said it in. At no point did I say Dylan was a killer. However, somebody accused me, some irrelevant person who can't get my name out of her mouth, accused me of wanting to go beat up Dylan when that's not what was said. So fast forward of me explaining everything, and explaining how that went down, of why somebody would want to kick somebody's ass in that regard. So if somebody knew that somebody could have saved my child per se, then I might want them dead. Okay? Are you following me so far? I know you're slow, but are you following me so far? Therefore, the reason why, and remember, not everything in life is literally. Some things, I'm still too fast, Rhonda. Some things are not literal. Some things are just an overall. Some things are just a matter of factly. But those of you that are not that bright take everything like it's got to be literal. Not everything is literal. So if you're going to come in here with stupidity, please just make sure that you don't look at it hypothetically. Thank you, Panda. I couldn't think of the word. Don't attack me because you're not smart enough to understand that not everything is meant to be taken literally. Okay? And those of you that know me for a long time know that most things shouldn't be taken literally when it comes to stuff like that. Okay? I'm sorry if that was too fast for you, but that was as clean as I can take it. Thank you. That was as easy as I can make it, I should say. Okay? Google's watching. Please go somewhere else. As a matter of fact, now I won't give you a choice. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I don't got time for you. You're not paying me, so goodbye. Gotta go. You want to come in here and pay me? Then I will, then I'll listen to your nonsense. Until then, bye-bye. Have a good day. I know. I just can't. I can't. Garden, never. I think, Joy, most people with even a little bit of logic knew what I was saying. But those people that have no logic have no idea what I was saying. But I mean, what I said really didn't, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Okay. So comes now BryanKohberger by and through their attorney of record, Ann Taylor, public defender, and pursuant to Rule 16 of Idaho, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read all the small talk. The Idaho Rules of Evidence, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 14th Amendments to the Constitution of the U.S. and Article I, 1, 2, 13, and 17 of the Constitution of the State of Idaho hereby request disclosure of information, evidence, and materials pursuant to Idaho CR criminal record, I'm assuming. And oh, by the way, Google, Jesus loves you. And the aforementioned constitutional provisions, including but not limited to the following information, evidence, and material. Statements of the defendant permit the defendant to inspect and copy or photograph any relevant written or recorded statements made by the defendant. Well, now, also, if there's any part of this that someone in here doesn't understand or doesn't understand the wording, just ask. I will be more than happy to explain it, because I know a lot of people may not know like legal wording. So honestly, if you have any questions about any of this, just let me know. I do know a lot. Not as much as I'd like, but I know how to read document. But, oh, why am I trying to pull it down? Duh. All right. So basically, number one is stating they want everything that the prosecution has. Plain and simple. Any relevant recorded statements or copies thereof within the possession, custody, or control of the state, the existence of which is known or is available to the prosecuting attorney by the exercise of due diligence. and also the substance of any relevant oral statement made by the defendant, whether before or after arrest, to a peace officer, prosecuting attorney, or his agent, and the record testimony of the defendant before a grand jury which relates to the offense charged. What I know that one paragraph to mean, a lawyer may say I'm wrong, but I don't think so. But basically what that means is if Brian made a statement to somebody in jail saying, oh, I did this and I loved it, the defense wants to be able to take all of that and be like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Prosecution can't pull up something without the defense having it already. The prosecution can't pull something up and say, hey, well, we know that he told this officer that he did it. Defense say, no, they didn't. That's what discovery is. That's what paragraph 1 is. 2, statements of co-defendant. Any written or recorded statements by a co-defendant and the substance of any relevant oral statement made by a co-defendant, whether before or after. Okay, as of what we know right now, there is no co-defendant. So they're just saying that if there is some kind of co-defendant around, if they have something in their back pocket, they want the evidence. That's all. Defendant's prior record. Copy of the defendant's prior record, if any. He doesn't have one, so it really doesn't matter. But defendant doesn't know that yet. From the way I know this, they want the prosecution to give them whatever they have. It's less work they have to do. Because they believe the prosecution has everything already. You doubt what would work? Oh, me pulling it down? I know, right? Not going to work. And Brian doesn't have a prior record anyway. Permit, number 4, documents, tangible objects. Permit the defendant to inspect and copy all books, papers, documents, photographs, tangible objects, and copies and portions thereof, which are in the possession or control of the prosecuting attorney. Sum this up real quick. Everything they got in his apartment, his attorney wants. His attorney wants every single thing that they have. Plain and simple. Hey, Noni. Reports of examinations and tests. Permit the defendant to inspect and copy any results or reports of physical or mental examinations and of scientific tests or experiments made in connection with this particular one that are in possessive custody control. Same thing. Any test he took, any test he took in jail, any mental evaluation. Now, I will tell you this much. Before the Reddit people and Facebook people and people that aren't familiar with this run with this stuff and say, oh my God, this is major. This is as standard discovery as discovery can get. There's nothing in here that any single defense attorney would not ask for. Totally standard. So, yeah, it's completely standard stuff. So does them finding the dad's DNA, does that mean, no. No, dad could have a job that they took fingerprints. You know, nowadays, almost all jobs make you do fingerprints. So yeah, I don't know what his dad did for a living, but in my opinion, that's most likely why. I'm not saying his dad doesn't have a record. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, but it is possible that it just for a job. State witnesses. Provide a written list of all the names, addresses, phone numbers, and or other reasonable means of contact for all persons having knowledge of relevant facts. They just want to know who you're going to call up to the stand, especially in the, in the preliminary hearing. So they want to be able to review and, you know, look down on or be able to smash their records and be prepared. State witness. All right. Provide the statements made by the prosecution witnesses or prospective witnesses made to the prosecuting attorney or their agents or to any official involved in the investigatory process of this case. This includes statements to employees. This is so standard. Oh my God, my internet. Prosecutor, witness coordinators, expert witnesses. Yeah, this is all the defense just wanting to be prepared. That's it. I believe they use genealogy company. Dad's fingerprints wouldn't give DNA. No, but they're saying how they get Dad's DNA. How did they match up Dad's DNA? Expert witness, police reports, digital media recordings. Yeah, this is all just so they're prepared. It's standard discovery. Search warrants. Ooh, see, exculpatory evidence provide to the state, to the defendant, all material evidence within the scope of Brady. So they are using a Brady rule. Specifically, any and all favorable of exculpatory evidence, information, and documents in possession of the prosecuting attorney's office and any other agency or person available the prosecution through due diligence. They're not back. I blocked them. Because they're idiots. No, it's buffering. It's my freaking internet. Ugh. Oh my God, my internet sucks. See, on my end, it says so-and-so just hit a user you blocked. So I couldn't see them. I don't know what's up with my internet. But I'm going to call them and raise holy hell. So basically, it's nothing more than a standard, it's nothing more than a standard discovery order. I don't know why my internet just froze, but it's nothing more than a standard discovery order. Is it still buffering? Is it still buffering? Yes, they were in the morning. I mean, I don't even have anything on. Like, let's try video off. Let's try closing out some cameras. Yeah, if he did maintenance, then he definitely had his fingerprints or DNA on file. No, I'm not buffering anymore. I don't know what's up. How are they still in here? See, I don't see them. You think there's a chance that there may be another person involved? See, that's the thing, Nani. Do I think? Most likely not. And at first I thought that yes. But then I started thinking, if there was a single source of DNA, yeah, it was pretty bad here yesterday morning, Tina. It's still raining now. If there was a single source of male DNA on the knife, how is that even possible? Why aren't there fingerprints from the guy that sold it to them? Why aren't there more fingerprints from something? Like, who's restreaming me? Whatever. I don't care. Let them do whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. But so the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Do I think it's like the story that I showed you guys before? No, I don't think that's even possible as the way it was written. But I do think possibly something along those lines are possible, maybe. I don't know. We just need so much more evidence in order to come up with a conclusion. That's kind of where I'm at. We just don't have enough evidence. You know what I mean? And there's so much more that we don't know. So then, all right, for those of you that don't, oh, I don't care who's your Buddha. I don't give a shit. For those people that think that there wasn't anyone else involved, okay. So then how do you legit kill 4 people in 9 minutes? Think about it. 9 minutes. Thank you, Crystal. Woo woo. I just don't know how you kill that many people.
You a boss and I conclude that. Super chat. How is that you didn't have to do that? You a bad dog supporter and you prove that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you kill 9 people that quickly? And nobody fought back? I don't know. But again, do I think it's like what that guy wrote? No, I don't. His quote-unquote family member? No. See, but Rhonda, did you see the type of knife it was? You're not going to use that to cut up lines. You're going to use a card. You're not going to use a edged razor. I mean, you use a razor, but not that kind of razor. Oh, 4 people. Did I say 9 people? I meant 4 people. So much clock for 9 minutes. It's like, no, I know it's long, but nobody fought. Nobody could take him or kick him or something. I don't believe the line cutting part either. And I'll show again, after we finish this, I'll show again what I'm talking about. And for those of you guys that came in late. Yeah, but we don't know if there is or there's not, Keister. That's the thing. They haven't found the knife. And it may not be in the sheath. He could have had the sheath while now I'm just going on this guy's theory. But if the guy was holding the knife when he walked in, that knife may have not even gone on the sheath. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm just going on what that story said. I'm not saying what I believe. I'm saying based on what that story said. Yeah, but they weren't sleeping. She was on TikTok. Xana was on TikTok at 4:15. He killed them between 4:05 and like 4:25. So she was awake. Unless he used her phone to go on TikTok. I know it is, Liberty. That's not what I'm saying. But even though we may think it's a joke, doesn't mean defense isn't going to pull something out of their hat similar. Because you can do a plausible scenario. I mean, there is a plausible scenario you can create. If I can create one within 3 minutes, you know, and say it as I go, then they can do it. I keep doing that. All right. I guess that was it. I guess it was done anyway. Let me see. They were caught by surprise. All right, here we go. There's more. All right. Identification. Disclosure of whether a defendant or any other person was identified by lineup, show up, photo spread, which, of course, but I don't think they even have any of that yet. Evidence pursuant to IRE 404B, a requirement of mandatory disclosure. Prosecution must disclose the general nature of evidence of other crimes, wrongs, or acts it intends to introduce. Again, standard procedure. We don't know if his DNA is in the house. We don't know that yet. I absolutely agree, True Texan. I once gambled with her. Lost a lot of money. We don't know if his DNA was in the house. We only know that his DNA, the only thing they released was that his DNA was on the button of the sheath. That's all we know about DNA. They weren't asleep. That's what I'm saying. Now, Ethan could have been in the bathroom and while Xana got killed and he came out and element of surprise. I mean, that's definitely possible, but she was on TikTok at 4:15. So the only thing I could think of is that he went on TikTok on her phone. Maybe he grabbed her phone and went on TikTok. That's the only thing I can come up with. Either that or she was wide awake when this happened. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can come up with, is maybe he grabbed her phone and went on TikTok to make it look like she was on TikTok. Because there's no way to prove that it was her. And it's way too close in time for it not to be. And she had just got DoorDash. So the time frame is just so tight that I do wonder if he used her phone to go on TikTok, maybe to throw off the timing. You know what I mean? Brentwood 5, he took out 5 that weren't sleeping. True. But you know what I'm saying, though? Maybe, just maybe, he had picked up her phone, went on TikTok to make it look like she was live to throw off the police about the timing. I don't know. It's just something I just thought of. Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't know if the food was eaten. We just see a bag. And we don't even know if that bag is from that night or from a different night. Maybe when she went outside to grab the food, he rushed in and killed them. That's the other thing I thought of. You know, you have to open the door. So maybe when she opened the door is when he rushed in and stabbed her on the spot, stabbed Ethan, went upstairs, and then came back down to make sure she was dead. I don't know. Is there or to look out with the officer and the man he shot in Pullman who worked for Bull? Oh, is that the one that got fired, Kara? Because someone else said that there was a officer that got a security guy that got fired. To the alleged extent of damage to that person when he murdered them. Well, all right, look at this scenario. The DoorDash is dropped off. Sounds good, Panda. The DoorDash gets dropped off. When DoorDash gets dropped off, he rushes in. He kills Xana. He stabs Xana instantly. Throws her down. Ethan doesn't know what happened, is all confused, gets jacked from behind. He goes down. Nobody hears anything. Kaylee's upstairs playing. He then goes upstairs, kills both of them. Comes back down because he hears noises coming from the room to make sure they're both dead. Maybe stabs them again or something. And then walks out. Is it plausible? 100% plausible. Possible? 100% possible. Likely? Probably. Definitively? No, not even close. But it's very possible that's what happened. And again, is definitively? No, but possible. you know, like bum rushed her. I could see that happening that quickly. But she's supposedly watching. We don't know. We just know her phone from her account was on TikTok at 4:15. I don't think she posted. I think they just found it by doing analytics of her phone. I'm pretty sure that's how they found out. Was doing analytics on her phone. Crystal, they said she had an opiated. Oh, what's her name? Because it's not a real call. Speculating. The DoorDash guy is in on it because it's not a real call. What do you mean? Why would you think the DoorDash guy is in on it? A DoorDash guy can't just decide to bring you food. He's got to get approval from the DoorDash people. She was awake and he was first. Maybe Ethan was asleep. That's possible. Maybe Ethan was asleep and she still bum rushed. He still bum rushed her. Maybe. Hey, Connie. Yeah, I don't think DoorDash guy's in on it either. I got that, millennial, after a minute. It took me a minute, but I got it. But do you think she'll stop? Who stop? Oh, you guys are talking a bunch of different things. See, Noni, that has been speculation. And I've, like at first I thought yes, then I thought no, then I thought yes, then I thought no, then I thought yes again, then I thought no again. I haven't been able to make up my mind on it. I'm so confused. What do you mean, where was he? He went to DoorDash. I mean, he picked up the food, he dropped it off, and have a good day. It was already paid for. He didn't have to do anything. The cops already cleared him. They most likely, that's why I think maybe he bum rushed her. Because you know how, like, when you're asleep, you're kind of out of it. You're, like, half out of it, half awake. He may have bum rushed her. She may have made noises. And Ethan was, like, half awake, like, what's going on? And then stabbed him on the spot. That could be done within 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Now, my only question is, did Dylan or Bethany not hear somebody go up and down the steps twice? That's my other question. Did she hear somebody go? I mean, the steps are right next to her room. Did she ever hear someone go up? Did she ever hear someone come down? Did she hear it twice? Like, what was she hearing? They cleared the DoorDash guy a while ago, right? In the beginning. Leave them out while he came down the stairs. No. Oh, so you think, no, they already said that he was coming from the direction of Xana's room, not when he was coming down the steps. That's why it said that he killed upstairs first. But then I started thinking maybe, just maybe, he killed them first, went upstairs, killed them, then came back downstairs to make sure they were dead. And that's when he saw Dylan on the way out. Or he left the sheath and thought that he left it in Xana's room and came from there. Did the DD deliver to the front door? Probably the front door. I don't, Jackie, I couldn't tell you though. I don't know for sure. After killing the two upstairs and Xana was in kitchen, that's when she saw them. Yeah, but he wouldn't have seen them from the kitchen. And in order to go from the kitchen to her room, she would have definitely passed Dylan's room. So that theory's not adding up either. Ah, Krug's wifey, be safe. By the way, I want you all to know, for those of you that are worried about me getting killed by a ghost, I ordered a Ring camera yesterday, and it should be here within a day or two. I went to Ring, and I got a chime, I got the Ring, so we're going to be protected. So now y'all don't have to worry about me getting attacked by a ghost. It does matter, Marty. It absolutely matters. Liberty, maybe they didn't scream. That's the point. They may not have screamed. Now, I know some of you guys were worried, and I know some people were thinking I was dead last night, but no. I ordered a Ring camera. A nice one, too. I don't know. You plug it into your wall in your house, and like you hear noises or something. Any kind of noise outside, you can hear it through there. I told Sage we're going to hear ghosts through there. We're going to hear a ghost going, hello, hello. I told Sage I'm going to put it in a room and say, get out, get out. So she laughed. I have cameras. But now I have ones on the front door. Well, I will as soon as it gets here. The kids think I'm crazy. Like, are you really that worried? I said, well, the door did go flying open for some weird reason. Better safe than sorry. It's like, Mom, you're weird. So I'm not weird. What do you mean? You were busy with your twins turning 18 and running a household is more to life than YouTube. That is true. And running a candle business. They just think I'm crazy. And Dayton's blaming Sage. It's all Sage's fault. She's messing with the occult, Mom. It's all her fault. Did you get the door look to? The door lock? I already have a door lock. Xana would be taking a left, going back to her bedroom, and BK would be coming down the stairs to her right, and that's who yelled, someone is in the house. As she was turning, I don't know. Yeah, Ring cam turned spirit box. Can you imagine, though? We hear stuff coming through it. Oh, man, that would be bad. Bad, bad. Have a keypad on the front. I don't need all that. I mean, the crime in my area is almost nil. Like, literally. Almost nil. The people break into cars, but not the houses. But I just got nervous with the door going flying wide open. That's not normal. Right, Fluffy? It's a ghost. A ghost gonna get you. Yeah, I don't know who you guys are talking. Oh, Lisa Presley? What's the matter? There was no crime in Moscow at our halls. Oh, come on, you guys bitch at me. Lock the door. Do this. Do that. Yeah, no, I gotta have a friend come over and wire it, though. I don't know how to do all that. I used to trail walk regularly until I lost my fur baby to fatal disease that leaves me with a full can of Canadian beer mace. No, you know what really works? Whatchamacallit? Oven cleaner. It really does. I mean, it shoots far and it'll blind someone. Right, Poopy? Fluff is on my lap. I need to start walking again. I really do. Love it here with Laura in a channel. Laura, fun and fair. You should join us back here more often. I'll see you at BBTs. What's BBTs? The other two were dead by the time BK came down the stairs, so I don't believe it was Kaylee saying. I don't believe it was Kaylee saying someone in the house either. I really don't. Wasp spray is another one that works. I agree. Oven cleaner is worse than bear spray. That shit burn. Burn you right off. Who's BBT? I'm trying to think who BBT is. Worst try. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Whoop. You just don't want to spray it on yourself. BBT created. Oh God. I knew the name. Santa's mother was arrested for drugs around the time. That was also once before. I don't know if it was for selling possession. See, but Noni, I don't think Bethany had anything. Like, I don't know if she heard anything. I don't know. Something is off. And like I said from the beginning, it's either going to be a big bombshell that none of us thought of, or it's going to be as simple as something that we didn't think of. But I tend to think it's going to be a bombshell that none of us thought of. Oh, none of us put together. And I don't know what that bomb is. I'm not even going to try to speculate what that bomb is, but there's some kind of bomb that we don't know about yet. And I only say that because they got him way too quickly. They knew who it was way too quickly. So that makes me think that there's some kind of definitive, without a doubt, evidence that we just don't know what yet. But we'll see it. We'll get it eventually. You know, do they have a co-defendant? Do they have drug tests yet? Because if he comes back with drugs in his system, well, then you got that other story again. Oh, is there anyone that hasn't seen this story that I showed in the beginning? Another shoe drop. Absolutely. Has anyone... hold on. I also want to do a poll real quick. Can't believe it's 5 o'clock already. All right. Hold on. I think she called earlier is why we did not see those poor children being brought out. I think they're giving lie on actual time. That's possible too, Dragonfly. No. Actually, I'm not even going to give you guys a third option. You get two options. Oh. Simple yes or no, like we're in court. Aw, poor baby just jumped his head. All right, anyone have seen The Watcher on Netflix? Yes. See, that's the other thing, that why haven't they released a 911 call? Which makes me think that it's highly possible that they are not releasing the 911 call because one of them did call right away and maybe gave more information on the subject, on the topic, than we even know. So, you know, more on the suspect than we even know. That's possible too. Coffee, I agree with you. That's why I said I'll play Mark Aragos. Come on, guys. We need to get my numbers up so Cuomo calls me and I tell him I want to go side by side with Mark Aragos. So you better hit that thumbs up. Stabbing 4 people to death in 9 minutes sounds like an ambush or a professional job. Could be. 4chan stated DoorDash was not Santa's account, but a $20 gift card. Yeah, but we have no proof of that. And I don't think they would have proof of that. But if that's true, then that's possible. But I don't know how someone would know that. Oh, there's definitely reasonable doubt. Oh, that's right. Today's Friday the 13th. I forgot. Well, happy birthday, Pepper. Have you heard the theory about Ethan being the that Ethan was dealing... Yeah, that was out from 4chan in the beginning. Maddie was mad about it going on, and that's what she had told Adam at the bar. Ooh, maybe. I haven't heard that theory, but that's interesting. That Ethan was selling prescription meds out of the house and that Maddie was mad about it and going on, and that's what she told Adam at the bar. It's an interesting theory. I'm not going to say it's wrong because I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know if it's right, but it's definitely interesting. No, it's what as of right now. Not future, as of right now. I can't see it, though. I can't see it. Why is DoorDash speaking out with everything needing to be hush-hush for court? I don't know. Hold on. I got to let the dog in. Ugh. What was that? All right. So I read it was on Dylan's boyfriend dealing, and Dylan and Maddie had a huge fight, and she told Adam everything, and that's why Boys in Videos said they're going to get you for this. Interesting. Get that local guy. Yeah, Josh, he's been leaving me comments. I could see if he's available tonight. But he didn't really know anything. But he's been keeping in touch. If he walks like a stalker, it's a stalker. Brian was creepy with a lot of girls. Shut up! His targets with Maddie and Kaylee did not go after Ethan or Xana. We don't know that, though. We don't know he went after Maddie and Kaylee. Hey, Jerry. See, but here's the thing, though, Julie. The theory that somebody else was there with him, all right? If somebody else was there with him, then wouldn't they have seen him walk out? why would Dylan say she saw one guy and not seen two? So being that once her statement was released, I kind of wiped out the theory that he was, whatchamacallit, that he had somebody else with him, because Dylan would have seen it. So that's why I really don't think there was someone else with him, just based on that alone. He was alone. I mean, you kind of have to go with, you know, what Dylan said, and she said she only saw one person. See, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that theory, because I mean, in all actuality, he was 28. They were 20, barely 21. I can't see them being his first choice. And do we really know if he was even an incel? We don't know. I wonder if you met through those Reddit surveys. That's possible, but none of them, they were all marketing majors, or, yeah, I think they were all marketing majors. Thanks, Nicole. Could another person gone out the front door? Possible, but they would have footprints. And again, remember, they knew really early on who this was. They may not have told the public, but they knew really early who this was. Like almost from the beginning. Then they just needed to prove it. Oh, I don't think any of the Jacks were good looking. I don't think any of their boyfriends were good looking. I think Ethan was the best. I don't even believe that Tinder date was real. I really don't. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't believe her. Yeah, even Dylan owned Vans sneakers. And that's the other thing. We don't know if that footprint was his. That footprint could have been anybody in the house. It's me, Jay. Aren't you the one that asked me to get the mahogany teak wood? I think it is. It's in. Yeah, remember, it's a latent footprint. It wasn't like a bloody footprint. Latent means that they can't see it with the naked eye. They had to use special chemicals. So it could have been an old footprint. Everyone's thinking that it was like some big bloody footprint from the killer. No, it was a hidden footprint. The guy in Pullman was the guy that was with BK when the knife was bought. Oh, the guy killed in Pullman. I don't know. That's speculation. It's in. I have to put it on the website, but it's in. I don't believe that Tinder girl. Well, Samantha, she's the only one that's not accounted for that night. But no, I don't think she's involved. I just think she is weird. That's Stonegater, exactly. That's the main reason I don't believe it. He doesn't look like the type of guy to wear Vans. See, I thought the same thing too. He doesn't seem like a Vans type of guy. Is it really relevant? Well, it depends. It depends who you... Some people think it's relevant in his character, in... All right, I'll put it like this. If you believe the Tinder girl, then that says a lot about he was weird, he was off, he was quirky, he was not right. You know what I mean? So it does make relevance if you believe it. I think he was the driver and someone else was the killer. He gave it. See, you think, so you believe the story. You're the first person I've seen that buys that you believe that story. Yeah, but it wasn't, it was a shoe print that was old or something. But you couldn't see it with the naked eye. Yeah, I haven't looked up Idaho laws on that because I know trial is like forever away. I heard somebody say like, "Oh, trial's 6 months away." I'm like, trial's gonna be like 2 years away, 3 years. It's gonna be a long time. There's gonna be a lot of cases before that. Exactly. Stonegator babysat for the kids' dogs, for the parents' dogs. His digital footprint is that's true. Why was it Bethany? Because my only response to that, Alma, is she didn't say anything. She may not have heard anything. Maybe she was passed out. No, no, Bethany, they're all 20. So I don't think he was antisocial being a Tia. I said the same thing, Samantha. That's why I don't know why people went with him saying that he was a whatchamacallit, that he was a incel. I was like, where are these people getting an incel from? Baseline, they change people, can be fined for 29 days, and the 30 are totally different. Yeah, but there's no evidence. Hey, Granny, there's no evidence that he had any kind of mental health issue. That's the problem. You know, I think in all reality, every single one of us have some kind of mental health issue. Doesn't mean we're going to kill someone. Yeah, because like that's, you brought up a good point, Samantha, because I thought of this too. I've been thinking about this. I thought about this yesterday. So everyone's saying he was a loner, he was this, he was that, he stayed by himself a lot. But would you ask someone like that to go jogging with you if someone was creepy like that? If someone was creepy, you're not going to ask them kind of to be your buddy to go jogging. And honestly, I think those jogging guy was like the most credible I've seen of all the people that described him. You're not going to want someone that's like a sociopath going on a jog with you. You're going to want someone that's sociable, that you feel comfortable with, that isn't weird or creepy. That's why a lot of these stories just don't make sense. But I always found that guy most credible. All right, let me pull up. It's me, Jay. Have you seen this theory? Hold on. This one. Oh. Said as TA, it was his job to always debate the whole class, and he loved it. Exactly. Takes 120 and finding 5 people to agree with anything. I agree. Oh, no, it's me, Jay. Well, I have it. So when you're ready, I have it. All right, so it's me, Jay. This is the theory, too. I'm posting anonymously, and for those of you that didn't see this earlier, Jennifer Koffendorfer had posted this. I'm posting anonymously because Brian is my family, and you people in this group act like vultures and rabbit raccoons. Brian is innocent, and you will see he has been framed by his drug partner friend, the security guard from the university. They were doing drugs together in the parking lot, as they had done numerous times, but when security guards started acting like a peeping Tom outside the girl's window, Brian left security guard and drove home back to his apartment. The reason the phone was off is because the battery was flat and security guard was using the car charger. Brian put his phone on charge when he left the parking lot, and he switched it back on when he was near to his apartment because that's how long it took to get a charge going. Brian's knife was in the car, and security guard was holding it because he has to use it chop the cocaine lines. Yes, I said cocaine because Brian stopped heroin years back and substituted the drug with cocaine. Now, also, cocaine would fit his attitude. cocaine would fit his being up all night, him, being a little distant or a little weird. So cocaine would do that. But again, there's 1,000 holes in the story that you could rip apart. He has tried to stop, so hard to stop everything, but he's an addict and he's a bad migraine, so the cocaine actually helps him. He had no idea a security guard was going to do what he did, and he just wanted to teach security guard a lesson by leaving him behind. Brian actually feels terrible that he left this maniac behind, but it's not his fault. You people need to stop with the singing videos and funny pictures of Brian, and my dad or we will sue you for everything you have. All of you just need to get a life and stop playing Facebook detectives, because you're all just a bunch of bored losers and have no morals. That was the post. I've been on more than an hour. I've been on almost 2 hours already. No, his dad's DNA wasn't on the sheath. I knew there'd be someone that believes it, but Jay, there's so many holes in this story that don't add up. Hey, Jeanette, so many. But there is some that could possibly make sense. But if Brian wasn't in that house, then Jennifer Coffendoffler posted it to Twitter about 6 hours ago. No, I don't believe it's his sister. But I do believe parts of the story. I do believe that Brian was probably on cocaine. I do believe that. I don't believe that there is some crazy security guard that's going around murdering people. That I don't believe. I don't believe that there was somebody else with him. I do believe that his phone was off. Whether the phone died or not, it's plausible. A little too coincidental, but I don't believe that he just left somebody in the middle of nowhere. That I don't believe. And finest jewels, I said that earlier too. I said nobody's going to use an edge knife to cut cocaine lines. That's not going to happen. See, but that's the thing. If It's Me, Jay, or Karen Mack is on that panel, is on that jury, all you need is one person with reasonable doubt, and boom, he walks. I agree, Alma. I can't say no. I've seen lines being cut up with some crazy stuff, but I don't believe that. I think he was on something too. So it could be, like, parts of that story could be true. No, I think he drove himself there. Now, here's the only other thing, though, on the flip side. Could it have been the cops lying to us? It's possible. Could it have been the cops trying to throw him off? Absolutely possible. But remember, the cops said that they weren't looking for a sole person in a car. They were looking for occupants of a car, meaning that they believe there was more than one person in the car. That's very possible, that there was somebody else in the car, or the police are lying. We don't know. But, there are little things like this that people forget and have forgotten when they, other stuff comes up. But I absolutely remember clearly the cops stating they want to see the occupants of the car, meaning that there was more than one person in the car when they have this video of him turning around, or the video in the gas station. So that's the part I'm like a little off about, because that keeps coming up in my mind. Well, the cop said there was multiple people. He's the only child. He has 2 sisters. Maybe the only male. Sleep it off to get rid of stash. Why she waited? I don't know. And I know cops lie all the time. That's what I'm saying. It definitely could be the cops were lying, but why lie about something like that? They don't know because it says occupant NS. Oh, okay. But I just read something about that. Some about JonBenet. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And in death penalty cases, even further. People believe police blindly. Absolutely. Someone's trying to say he's adopted? Okay. Only male, yeah. No way. Uh-oh. All in one house and 2 were murdered by stabbing. I'm sorry, Kara. The security guard for the other dude. And what about 12 stalking drives? Oh, Dragonfly. Great point. Forgot about that. Why did he go 12 other times then? Okay, Jen P says, saying the battery was flat is not something someone from the U.S. would say. That's more of a UK language. Ooh, good point, Jen. Does defense call him? Yeah, absolutely, just Samantha. Because remember, they are planting seeds. If anyone, no one else pointed at that. I guess maybe people thought that. I was wondering what that flat meant was. I was like, flat. That's an excellent point. It's not being more of a, why isn't there any footage of the bodies being removed? Why would there be footage of the bodies being removed? We never see footage of the bloody bodies being moved. See, Anita? I read it 12 times was for drugs. Why is it always weird hours? Well, most people get drugs delivered weird hours. Now, it could be for drugs. I mean, it's possible. But why not have drugs delivered to your house? I used to get drugs delivered right to my door. I don't want to be out driving with them. Send me a check for ticks. The apple thing came from Donna Seraph. Oh, God. Don't even. Why, did they find an apple core somewhere? No, see, Wilhelm, that's not the question. See, you're one of those people that don't read the question. At no point does that question say, do you believe he's innocent? It says, do you believe he's innocent beyond a reasonable doubt? Big difference. You got to look at the way things are worded. Donna Seraphine was as close as living in the UK. Thank you. I'll be on tonight, late tonight, Samantha. Gotta do my Friday night Banfield. But it'll be on late. I wish I had a housekeeper. No, I don't want Alma. They're kids. I mean, they're not underage, but they're young kids. No, it's not legally innocent. We don't have all the evidence yet. But as of right now, if you want to get technical, as of right now, he is legally innocent. That's a fact. There's a shady guy who had the best green. I always went to buy at his house. Oh, did you? Do you think CrimeCon is a good convention where families who have suffered loss can connect and help each other? I do know an organization. It's the one that I took Dayton to last year, that Dayton wants to go back this year. It's a great organization. And it's for families who suffer a loss. Email me. I'll give you the information. It's a phenomenal group. They are absolutely phenomenal. And they're all over the East Coast. And I think they do online stuff. But email me. I'll give you all the info. Needs to be an extended live so we can watch last night's Banfield as well. How do we miss a night? I was in the middle of my computer. People polled with jury would say reason. Yeah, but we don't have all the evidence yet. Wilhelm? I'm just going to call you Meister. We don't have all the evidence, Meister. If this was you, you would want to be innocent until proven guilty. Oh, Jeanette, they were like incredible. The whole group is unbelievable. Betty doesn't have an alibi. Yeah, we don't know. Afraid to critically. Isn't that crazy, Mickey? Oh, that's right. Dateline is tonight. The 48 Hours was excellent. It was really good. I mean, like I said, you didn't learn anything new, but it was still good. It was put together well. I'm in Central Time Zone. You're not home. Dateline has 2 hours special tonight. Yeah, but again, there's nothing Dateline has that we don't know yet. It's kind of like Chris Watts. You can put a Chris Watts movie out. It don't matter. We've already know everything. And for those of you that don't know, my voice is in the Chris Watts movie, by the way. The one on Netflix. In case you didn't know, my voice is in it. Ah. Me and Critical K. Our infamous fight. Made it into the movie. Janae, you have my email, right? Or get my phone number from Tiffany or something. I'll give you all the info. Yeah, I didn't look into it. What happened with Nancy Grace? I keep seeing the titles of ICML. Do you think he was a C user? I thought meth, actually, Kendra. Or steroids or something that would put you in a rage like that. Look at people just judging this man as a killer, and he's still in it. I agree with you. I do agree with you, Jay. I mean, like I've said a million times, my personal view, he's guilty. But he's still innocent. And we don't have enough evidence for me to base that on. Oh, the Madoff series was really good. She's still around. She set up in front of the house like a damn clown. Who is? Oh, me and Critical K, when they were talking about, the news reporter says something about trolls or online sleuths or something. You hear me and Kay in our debate, and I said something like, you know, he's a narcissistic something, and I got really loud, and she was like, no, she's a bitch, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, we were both in it. I woke up to like 100 phone calls that day, like, you're in the Chris Watts movie. Yeah, Nancy Grace is a clown. Oh, she's parked in front of whose house? Yeah, I just seen Mel's titles, but I didn't watch anything. So what do you mean she's canceled, though? They canceled her? I don't like Nancy Grace, but I don't like Nancy Grace for different reasons. I don't like what she did to Stephen Avery. She lied about Stephen Avery. And once I saw that, I was like, oh no, I'm done. I do not like this woman at all. That's the difference between her and Banfield. I don't think Banfield would ever lie like that. I mean, she blatantly just fucking lied. Blatantly. For no reason. She has a TV set up in front of the victim's house? No shit. Yeah, 2020 is when the story... Or 2020 or Dateline, which one? Could that be... Yeah, but why would he sell it out of their house? Oh, actually, that would make sense because he's in a fraternity. Oh, you don't speak Tiffany anymore? All right, hold on. All right, Jeanette, there's my email. And if you go to my website, there's a phone number. Just so you can call me there too. But I'll give you all the info. I gave it to Valoma when I actually liked her. I did hold a fundraiser for lupus. Oh, Dateline and 2020. Oh, okay. Why are they both airing it together? But Jeff, think about this though. Remember she said that did anyone else get arrested when he got arrested? Remember that. Please show it. Never seen it before. Show what? Oh, the clip on Netflix? Oh, I don't even... You want me to go through the whole thing? I'll show it later. I have to find it. I did see a headline. She's been canceled. Canceled off of where, though? She's not really doing TV. Where was she canceled from? She's got her own, like, show. You know, and that's another thing. This is going to sound crazy. But that's another... Yeah, I'd still talk to him stoned. Maybe it was a drug deal. Maybe he was buying cocaine from Ethan. And something went wrong. Maybe Ethan was selling dope. Maybe one of the girls was selling dope. You never know. It's college kids. You just never know. Maybe that's why Dylan didn't call the police. Because they were dealing cocaine. Who knows? Maybe he went there to pick up dope and something went wrong and he murdered him. Maybe he planned on robbing all the dope. Who knows? It's a big sign on the table that Brian is a killer. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. You know what, Jen? Hey, look how much publicity it got Molly and Betty in them. So Nancy just wanted a piece of the action. Because now you're going to hear Betty say it's because of Betty that Nancy Grace did that. Watch. If she hasn't said it already. There are tons of no's in this case? What do you mean? There's tons of what ifs. More like there's tons of I don't knows. We just don't have the evidence. I mean, I just speculate on the evidence that we do have. Drug dealer might have said, hey, if you talk, I'll kill your family. Who knows? Or again, it could end up being nothing. It could end up being we're all idiots and we're all wrong and it's going to be Occam's razor. Simplest answer and we're all going to be wasting our time. You never know. I don't. William, I don't watch her. I can't stand her. I don't like her as a person. I don't like her voice. I don't like her character. I don't like anything about her. So I don't watch her. I don't talk about her either, though. But I don't watch her. Let me guess. 2 hours each and it's both the same time. Yeah, but Sarah, when do you ever see Nancy Grace sitting in front of someone's house? You don't. You never do. See, no way. Honestly, though, no offense to them, but honestly, I don't think they're intelligent enough to ask any questions that we don't know the answers to already. And lawyers are going to tell them they can't answer certain questions. So that's why, to me, there's nothing they're going to say that's worth a fuck that we don't know already. And I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know, but that's why I wouldn't even watch it. Because to me, we're not going to know anything, and I don't like the way they interview. That's crazy, though. I can't believe Nancy's there. Like, why is she there? Nancy talked about Brian watching the girls getting dressed. That's what I'm saying, though. She doesn't know that. We have no idea. That's what she did with Nancy. That's why her nickname is Nancy Disgrace. Because she just lies. She just makes up stuff. And then people wonder why people like Betty are the way they are. Well, look at her idol, Nancy Grace. Well, Nancy Grace just makes up shit, so why shouldn't they? Same thing. She drove the route he took. Well, Brian Enton already did that. That's not new. That's true, Rach. Rach. I just call you Huffy. The local radio put out an article to address Nancy Grace, and there is a sheet up that says F home Nancy. Good. Chris McDonough is a guest on Nancy Grace every... Oh, no shit. Ew. Get me on Nancy Grace. I'm like, bitch, why are you fucking lying? You got no proof of this. Show the proof. Show the proof. You got no proof. Stop your bullshit. Nancy did talk to Brian's neighbors and fellow students. I'm telling you, get me on Nancy Grace. I'm going to be on Nancy. I'm like, you lie about this, you lie about that. They're upset because she's there now and they are grieving, not when it happened. True too. Where is she though? Is she in front of Brian's house or she's in front of Kaylee's house? But not on video? No, I'm going to do it on video. I'm like, bitch, stop you lying. But remember what I said from the very beginning? All these people, all this speculation These people are coming out with things that they cannot prove because we have no idea. The cops have not released anything, and they're certainly not going to release it to Nancy Grace. Oh, she's in front of Kaylee's house. Why? Leave him alone. 7 developments. Oh, there are? For real? Are they real developments or are they bullshit? Because Long Crime puts out a lot of bullshit too. But I'll check it out. Hold on. You'd call her an idiot within 2 seconds. Good point. At the end of the trial, before turn and closing argument, each juror who has a question should be able to ask. They can ask the judge privately. Lots of YouTubers being interviewed by the news. They can't get their own news now. That's a good point. I don't know. Nobody wants to interview me, damn it. I want to go on Chris Cuomo. I should ask T-Rev for his phone number. T-Rev, give me a connection. All right, hold on. Let me pull up Law and Crime. What? Age struggle is real. Not Kaylee. Sorry, the roommates. Not her parents' house. Not Kaylee. So where is Nancy Grace? Oh, I agree, Rachel. Law and Crime. All right. Welcome, Peppermint Patty. All right, where do you see that they put up a video? I'm on Law and Crime. Oh, tops. No, see, you didn't read right. It doesn't say new developments. It says top 7 developments. Not reading right. All it's going to show is the top 7 developments in the entire case. That's it. Oh, I like Cuomo. It's 7 developments, not new developments. Exactly. Yeah, Chris Cuomo. Come on, he's sexy mofo. Hey, Janelle, good morning. Yeah, this isn't anything new. This is just a clip. 11 minutes of the 7 developments in the case. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's nothing new. It's the same old, same old. I'll play it if you guys want to see it, but I'm just saying it's nothing. Who's Detective John? Yep.
Are found guilty is death and/or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
The arrest of Bryan Kohberger for the murders of 4 University of Idaho students came as a shock. We're taking a look at 7 things that we've learned since the probable cause affidavit was released. I'm JonBenet Levy, and welcome to Law for the Murder Case, or about the victims, since the probable cause, Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin. Affidavit says Moscow police had been aware of him, couldn't afford to hire a lawyer, and with this appointed to represent Bryan Kohberger.
Yeah, this is not worth getting a strike for. This is nothing. Public defendants, yeah. When his big thing, the only thing they have is the paperwork showing that he doesn't have money and he wants a public defender, I'm not impressed. Same old pictures, same interviews. What's a MILF? It's a hot mama. What's up? This is the sealing of the documents. Come here. Let me tell you, though, for a public defender, she's doing a damn good job. she's acting like a top-notch attorney. Like a high-dollar attorney. That's how she's acting. You don't like Chris Cuomo? Poof. He's one sexy mofo. What do you want from me? Come here. I'm just flipping through this. Yeah, this is nothing. Come here. Stop. Then come here. If you want me to pick you up, then come here. Ethan was so cute. Oh, you know what? You know what, though? As a matter of fact, you know what the 48 hours we learned? This is the one thing I learned about the 48 hours. Ethan was like very into tulips or something. So I guess the company that him and his brother and sister work for, they got this thing and this idea that they were going to develop like berry tulips in the name of Ethan. So now they have like this whole thing coming on with or this whole thing growing like tulips for Ethan or something, and they're going to keep it going forever. I know I'm saying this wrong, but I'm giving you guys a general idea. It's a really nice idea. I will send you some money for an eye exam and anything, but he is not a high. He is cute. I'm sorry. I think he's cute. Yeah, this tulips for something. Like I said, I know I'm saying it wrong, but general idea. They did white tulips for, because white is like wholesome and pure. And then they did yellow, I think, another color. Yeah, they're making a special tulip. And it's like a whole organization now. And they're going to do it forever. And it's a lot nicer than the way I just explained it. But let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Tulips for Ethan. Come here. Ugh. Here you go. All right. Is this it? Hold on. Liberty Babe, you know me so well. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, wait. What's this? Hold on, new headline on MSN. 5 hours ago. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. Hold on. We got breaking news here, folks. The search warrant for Bryan Kohberger's Washington apartment remains sealed, and a judge's reasoning behind it may indicate the police missed something in their investigation, according to a criminal defense attorney. Mark Aragos recently appeared on News Nation's Cuomo and spoke about the possible reason a judge in Whitman, Washington, ordered the search warrant for Kohberger's residence to remain sealed until March. Kohberger maintains his innocence, said earlier through his lawyer that he expects to be exonerated. Premature public disclosure of the details of this law enforcement investigation will create a serious and imminent blah, blah, blah. It's just the wording in it. While speaking about the specific wording, Garagos said, tells me that there's something there that they don't want out yet, or something they may have missed, and they're afraid that it got out, that it would be to the public. I would tell you, I can't tell you, I can't tell you how many thousands of warrants that have been sealed. Rarely have I seen one where the reason centered on a threat to law enforcement. Not really breaking, but I don't know. I still go back to what I said in the beginning. It was sealed before they knew what was in it. It wasn't sealed after the fact. They got it signed first. So I don't know what all these people are talking about. It's got to be me. I must be missing something. All right.
One of the victims was from the Mount Vernon area. Now the Tulip Farm, where Ethan Chapin worked growing up, is working on a way to honor him. Tulip Valley Farm says it will be selling a tulip bulb mix called Ethan's Smile. It says later this spring, people can buy the bulbs, and the proceeds will support a memorial garden and scholarship fund in Ethan's name. The Tulip Farm says it will have more details soon on when those bulbs will be available to buy.
Ethan's Smile. See, no way. I think they just had it like that. I literally think they just had it like that because they wanted the judge to seal it. The cops have given us nothing. They don't want the public knowing anything. Look how many crazies have come out. Oh, did you, Jen? Where'd you find it? Tacoma shooting. The moles will eat the bulbs. Yeah, they say they won't be ready for a couple months. Disappear, calling these mofos out now. Yeah, he worked at a tulip farm. I didn't know that either till the 48-hour special. Two-man charge of murder in Huntsville.
You a boss and I conclude that. Super chat, how was that? You didn't have to do that. You a bad dog supporter and you prove that.
Thank you, True Texan. Lawyer, you know had it. I was playing it before. Dismembered body of Texas newlywed wife found as husband is arrested. Texas newlywed's body was found by law enforcement this week as her husband is arrested for a gruesome murder. Body of 21-year-old Angie Diaz was found dismembered and covered in blood without her head, as her husband Jared, 21, was arrested and confessed to killing his wife. Why? Why? Couple were married less than 4 months. He initially described the victim as a Hispanic woman and said investigators found a portion of her body dismembered in a residence that was covered in blood. Knife investigators believed to be the murder weapon was found at the home along with Diaz's head. The law enforcement officials said there have been prior incidents involving the couple. There have been prior calls, disturbance-wise, but nothing to this effect, to this level of violence. Woman is believed to be dead since around 11 the night before her body was discovered. What is wrong with people? Who was on Tyler's earlier? Couple live in a cottage beyond his parents' house outside of Houston. Of course he lives at his parents' house. Why am I not surprised? Thank you, Southern Gal.
You a boss and I conclude that. Super chat, who was that? You didn't have to do that. You a big dog supporter and you prove that.
That's where we lived in. It's a gruesome scene. Both sides of these families will be altered by it. That is true. Posted a picture of herself and her husband on Christmas Day to her Instagram. Yeah, but she's not missing. They found her. My beautiful wife, my trophy. You sick fuck. I was posted to Instagram on Tuesday sharing a photo of her lunch just hours before investigators believe she was brutally killed by her husband. Right, Alma? I hear you. How sad. Out of respect for the families, I've taken down my photo with the couple and the post announcing their marriage. Wow. Developing story. That's crazy. See why you don't live in Texas? They're all crazy. Texas people are crazy. Everyone in Texas is crazy. He chopped her fucking head off. How do you chop somebody's head off? Ugh. I could see stabbing someone, shooting someone, but chopping their head off? That's some sick shit. That is some sick shit. Wow, next door is even on the front cover of MSN? That's wild. Accused of idle murder, BryanKohberger called himself devil in a letter. Yeah, we don't know if it's him though. He's found shot dead in alley 13 years after father's unsolved. Wow. Ooh. Dirt cheap? Really? Oh, doesn't tell you. Everybody's in ditch. Yeah, but how do you tell someone you love them and then chop their head off? That's crazy. They made an arrest in Athena's disappearance. Gamer in trouble. Found out popular Grand Theft Auto has been permanently banned. That stinks. Sucks to be her. I don't know, I'm just scrolling through the news. Discharged a weapon leading to the shooting death. I was kind of jail on a murder charge. That's it. I got nothing else for you now. Hey, that looks good. Notice how quiet my house is? It'll be so nice when they're all away. When they were all at college. Even the dogs are quiet. All right. Anything else you guys want me to look up? Actually, there was something. There was something I saw earlier back on Chrome. Hold on. No. That's not it.
Not all
I don't need Crumley. That's about the sweater. There was something else. Now I forgot. Hold on. Oh, I know I'll miss them. I'm just saying, it's so nice. It's quiet. Oh, that's what it was. Amanda wanted me to check a message. Oh, it's what I just pulled up. All right. Oh.
their order.
Damn. Did you guys, anyone following the antifreeze trial? I think you once again cover. There's nothing to cover in summer. I would love to cover more in Dillon. There's nothing to cover. Honestly, this case is going to go dead for a while too because there's not going to be anything to cover. But anyone following the antifreeze case, check out this judge.
So this is your order saying you're not going to be able to get into it. Don't interrupt me. And then we got the state's motion, their order. Page 2 of the order I signed. Besides the defense's order that says we're not going there, their own order. It says, defendant's motion to admit specific instances of conduct of Edward Klug, filed on November 29, 2016 and July 31st of 2017. The court denies these motions for the reasons stated on the record. So we got two orders saying we're not going to get there. And what does the defense do? Goes right to that area. And what does the other counsel do? We'll explain your order, Judge. It's in writing. It's part of the record. It's here. It was denied. It was heard. Now, if the state had done something like this, the defense would be screaming. That's the problem sometimes with cases. The state can't appeal some issues. The defense can. So it should not have been gone to. It's in the record, and I'm shocked that you're telling me, well, wait a minute, Judge. That's not what the order says. Look at the statute. Read the transcript. Have a good lunch. We'll see you at 1 o'clock.
Your Honor, may I make my record, please?
We're going to lunch.
What time are we due back, Your Honor?
1 o'clock.
Thank you.
Judge, at some point, can we talk? In chambers. Judge.
I don't know if the jury's gone, so hang on. They're all gone.
Or they're staying.
Okay, he can go. Thank you for reminding me. Well, let's have the defendant go.
Dang. That's no joke. You don't piss off a judge. Trust me, I did 30 days for pissing off a judge. Never want to piss off a judge. And that's got to suck as an attorney that you can't say a fucking word. You got to keep your mouth shut like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would love that kind of power. Bitch, sit your ass down. What's the matter, Fluffer? Fluffer's sitting on my lap and resting his head on the desk. West Memphis 3, innocent. And nothing will change my mind on that. Yeah, you won't see me playing Alex Jones, that's for sure. And the word penis was said about 50 times. No shit. I watched some of it today. I didn't watch a lot of it. Trials just bore me. They really do. I can never really get into trials. Some of them I can, but most I can't. I'll watch them like for a minute and then it'll stop. Oh, I would love to be a judge. All right, quick update. Is this new? It's from a few days ago. Motion hearing in Leilani Simon for January 25th. Oh, do you, Jen? Oh, I can't stand watching trials. They drive me insane. They're so slow, though. They're just slow moving. But some of them are good. Let's see if Brian hasn't posted anything, and then I'm going to get off. Everyone should know they're innocent. Jail was like, okay, you can leave. All right, Brian Enton. What do we got? Moscow is snowing or raining. Oh, Brian said sheriff said the cuts are from shaving. So I was right. Yeah, there's nothing new. Yeah, one of my Patreons loves that trial. She watched it like twice. I think she's still watching it. She absolutely loves that trial. Is Judge Judy still around? Judicial campaigns. I caught myself a few times being like, I can't believe I just told that judge what they need to do and pushed them when they said no. That would be me. Even the witnesses are holding their own. Yeah, I don't see any question mark, Peppermint. There was something else that caught my eye. And I really don't remember what it was. That's old. Oh, wait, hold on. This is it. In Argentina, I happened to catch this earlier. It's crazy. And I know that Argentina is different than the United States and stuff. But this father stored 5 tons of rubble on his roof. I don't know how much 5 tons is, but it crashed and killed all 5 kids. Like, why would you store stuff on your roof like that? They were all crushed to death when the house collapsed. The mother's boyfriend piling 5 tons of rubble on the roof. House caved in, all of them dead. How sad is that? In front of cinema, AC unit falls on a stroller from 8th floor. Oh, that was from 2 years ago. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, why would you store that on your roof? The builder boyfriend of the victim's mother had stored around 5 tons of rubble on the home's concrete slab flat roof, which likely caused the collapse. He was charged with counts of aggravated manslaughter. He's carrying out. Well, like, why would you store it on a roof, though? That's horrible. She had just moved into the home 2 weeks prior. My 4 children have died. I feel like I'm dying. I don't want to live in here. I don't blame you. I would beat this motherfucker's ass like there's no tomorrow. Isn't that horrible? Yeah, I knew when I was looking for it, I saw it. It was on one of these. That's why I was like, oh, I don't want to forget to look at that. How sad is that, though? She's a member and has a box pic never next to her name. Yeah, Peppermint, you're a member now. You have a happy face. Hey, Moofies. It was a flat roof. But you're in construction. You have to know that. Slain beauty queen's dad, John, reveals stranger stayed in daughter's room before murder, and you're coming up with this now? Okay, and he's coming up with this now. Am I crazy? He revealed that he was alerted of the apparent intruder by one of the housekeepers months after the 6-year-old. So why is it coming out now? That's what I'm saying. In the summer of 1996, one of the Ramseys' housekeepers had gone into the home to clean and make it ready for the family when they arrived. Housekeeper told John that she allegedly saw a suitcase and other things which looked like they belonged to an adult male neatly laid out in JonBenet's bedroom. The person wasn't inside the home at the time, and the housekeeper didn't think much of it, believing the family had likely let a friend stay at the vacant home. What? Why is this all coming out now? Housekeeper said I didn't see anything about it. Just want to let you know, which we didn't, John said, and why would he stay in JonBenet's room? They approached Boulder PD, but they've declined to comment, to make any comments, citing an active and ongoing investigation. This sounds a little weird. He's now worried that he's running out of time to get answers about who killed his daughter. He's once again fighting to have the case removed from jurisdiction of Boulder. He wants fresh eyes. Did anyone ever hear that before? I have never heard that before. That's the first I've ever heard. That's so weird. It's never going to end. I agree. But I guess he's saying because he's almost 80, he's running out of time. But why is this coming out now? And it's been known for all these years. I'm like, okay, maybe I missed something. Yeah, I have never heard this either. But yeah, allegedly that's, and the Sun says it's an exclusive interview. I don't know. That's fishy. Thank you, Moofies. I didn't think so. I didn't think I missed something either. I'm like, yeah. Or somebody put it in his head, Jen. It's possible that someone put it in his head. Mickey, that's personal belief. I really don't think that they did it. I really don't. And I never did. But let me get out of here so I can cook dinner and finish doing what I was doing. Because I did not expect to be live for 4 hours, 3 hours. How long have I been live? 3 hours? Almost 3 hours. But I will see you guys late tonight. I think I'm going to take over Dolly's spot at night. I go live every night at 11. But most other YouTubers are sleeping. Right, Fluffy? Right, Fluffy? So, all right, I'll see you guys at 11 tonight. 11 p.m. Central Time. And that's it. If you have any questions for later, save them for later. And I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful night. If I don't see you, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Yeah, we could talk about JonBenet Ramsey later.